Scott's going to tell you a bit about his background, where he was, where he thought he was heading, how he'd come to meet us, and his experience. So Scott, if I could ask you to come and take the stand.
I'd just firstly like to thank you all for being here and for giving me the sort of platform to put across my experience and just essentially what this course has meant to me. So, before the course, it's probably best I give you an idea of what sort of person I was, just because of the nature of how the course was designed. I was a very self-conscious, quite introvert person, very unmotivated, sort of like the stereotype of what people think of teenagers and young adults these days. So for me, how I came about getting on this course was I was, unemployed from January, which was a hell of a long time from when the course actually started. So I was unemployed from then. I went through a period of time where I thought, do you know what, I'm not going to claim because I personally just didn't feel I should have, because of my attitude to myself and things like that. So fast forward to about a month before the course actually started, I went to the job centre, put forward my claim, and I believe it was the very first week I even went there, I was informed that there was going to be a course running and would I like to go there. Now, ordinarily, my attitude would have been like, no, not at all, like completely shut off from anything. Why do I want to do that? It's not something I've done before. What would be the point of me going there? What could I achieve? So for some reason that day I said, yeah, okay, why not? I've sat on my backside for long enough. I should do something. So the information day came about. I got to meet the lovely Fiona, of course, Jim, and Don. I was then, obviously, all of us who were there were then informed the nature of the course, what it was going to be, when it was going to run, what we could almost sort of hope to achieve from the course and almost achieve like within ourselves. So, course starts now. We're all there. I believe there was about 12 or so from Dundee on the first course that I attended. I'm not too sure for our Arbroath, but I'm sure there's likewise numbers. The first day was obviously with Jim. Everyone was there. Will, and I believe Zoe was also there from the Arbroath side, and Fiona. And we sort of got introduced to everyone. Everyone got to settle in, see each other, sort of start speaking, and in all honesty, it was almost what you'd expect from a group of socially awkward, introverted no-hopers. Completely silent, really. No one wanted to talk, no one really said anything. Jim was almost the voice of everything for most of that day. Until lunch came around, and obviously everyone got some food in them and started to wake up. Because obviously everything past 12 for a teenager is pretty much when you're waking up then. So, from that first week, personally, what I learned was a lot of how do I see myself and how do I see my attitude towards everything that I'm doing. Because for me, that was one of my biggest problems. I was very incredibly pessimistic, incredibly unmotivated, like I'm saying. So how do I see myself in society? How do I see myself day to day? Was one of the big things that Jim really sort of, for me, pushed into the forefront of my thought. And in all honesty, the first week with Jim was pretty massive for me because my mentality was one of the worst parts, to be honest. And that the week with Jim really did set me up for the next 5-week portion of this course, which for us in Dundee was run with Will. Will was our esteemed tutor for the 5 weeks. And as Fiona did say, there were many sweets. He's got some sweet tooth. I've never seen it in anyone. So it started off with being introduced to basic HTML coding, which I personally had never done before. My background was I was a sponsored gamer, so I was very into computers in that sense, but I had never looked at the technical aspect. So with this sort of newfound mentality of what am I doing to be better, how do I fit in, and things like that from Jim, it was brilliantly paired up with the fact that for me I was learning something new. So it was almost like being just plucked out of the situation I was in and thrown into something where I could mold my mentality better and I could mold what I was doing within it far better than if I'd gone into a course with the mentality of, oh well, I'm just sitting unemployed, I need to do something. You know what I mean? It was almost a fresh start on your psychology. It was very, like I said, a fresh start. So with Will, we went through the HTML, we went through digital media like photographs and video editing, things like that, animation, which was all very interesting. And then we came to our client work with Don, who you'll hear from in a minute, which I have had jobs before, so obviously I'm not completely blind to etiquette. However, working to a schedule with demands from people and working in a way that you can meet those successfully whilst also being productive and learning and your mentality being involved a lot was massive as well. And I can't deny that the course has helped shape how I see myself and how I'm acting with things today. In all honesty, I think I'm quite removed from the person that I was only, honestly, a few months ago, really. Did I think there was a side to me that could stand up in front of you all and speak? Possibly. Did I think I would stand up in front of you and speak about this? Not really. So, everyone has made steps in some direction. I've made steps in this direction. I've pursued further education with this course. I went from the MPA in web design to then doing the BBC Make It Digital course that Simon mentioned, and now I'm in the January Start course. And like Fiona has said, a lot of people from this course have gone on to do a lot of different things, and whether that's moving on to employment or even higher education than this, or continuing that path, everyone that I was involved with has made some sort of conscious effort to either change a mentality or to change what they're doing, whether it's claiming or anything like that. Everyone I've met has consciously been affected by this course, and it's a brilliant thing to see, especially being the spokesperson for that experience. It's brilliant to be able to come up here and say so many people have been affected by this course in a positive way. And it's wonderful. And for me, the course did give a lot of direction that wasn't there. So personally, I'm now obviously pursuing these courses with the view to start a course at this campus come the sort of August start. So I'm looking to pursue a course whether in digital media or business. I really want to get into marketing, which is a big thing now for me, and this course has honestly shaped that and almost defined that goal for me, which, yeah, it's been brilliant, and I can't thank everyone enough who's been involved with it, even from finding out from just Susan. That's brilliant as well. Simon, Fiona, Will, and Zoe, who isn't here, immense thanks to those guys. And sorry, Jim, of course, my bad. Immense thanks to those guys for sure. All of you have honestly helped me and a lot of other people, even in that short space of time. And yeah, just thank you all, and thank you to Dawn for being a wonderful client and listening to all of our whining, almost. All the questions that she put up with and the invasion of her workspace as well. That happened one day. But yeah, just honestly, thank you to everyone, and I want to thank you all as well for being here again. And yeah, thank you. Thank you.